Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We have got an additional army that I do not need, so we're just going to completely disband that. That's from the territories over here that we just took over. And now, we are going to get... I think this number is made up, so I'm going to ignore it. What's the actual number? Really? Am I not building stuff? Am I making a ton of money from taxing in these areas? Is that what you're telling me right now? Seems unlikely. Where's all this cash coming from? Maybe our minting is just reset or something because of all the gold mines? Because I know we're getting a huge amount of minting from gold mines right here. Like, well, it's actually not that much. Well, I mean, it's a good chunk. It's matching the amount. It's close to matching the amount we get from GDP. It's about 2/3. And we got a lot more gold mines to build, as you can see here. Whole batch of them in the Transvaal. So, you know. Anyway, I was going to go for Siak, and I think it's time to go for it. No one seems super inclined to stand against me on this. And it appears, actually, that the British East India Company, or the British Raj, who I was afraid would try to get in on this, isn't... Oh, because they're not the British East India Company anymore. Because they're the British Raj now. They don't have diplomatic independence because they're a puppet. That's what's happening. Alright, cool. Easy peasy. Let's do this thing. Alright, they have refused, not shocking one bit. Let's go ahead and mobilize our usual army. And we'll go ahead and station them over there, and then we'll send the fleet as well. I am going to... Let me see. I think at this stage... Obviously, it's not going to affect this war, but I'm going to go ahead and increase those naval bases. And then we'll be able to add barracks to match. I don't think we're going to need any army other than this army. So that should be just fine. And I think we'll be able to do this with one... I hope we'll be able to do this with one naval invasion, same as we've been doing. Shewa we still have a truce with for another 6 months. So probably by the time this war is started and finished, we'll be able to reduce their autonomy. Then we'll pass them these other states that we've got. Not Aussa, I want to keep that. Or Eritrea, I want to keep that. Aussa, still have a truce with them for another 7 months. So we'll grab Aussa and we'll grab Begemder. And then we'll pass all that territory to Shewa. And then we'll all be where we want to be. In fact, it might be better to not finish this war with Siak before we do this. Relations are cordial, so, you know, they could certainly be better. Doesn't look like anyone is interested in stopping us over here. Oop. I was going to see what Qing would be interested in, but, you know, they're fine. You're fine. Oh, probably getting Macau back. But that's not going to work. I need Macau. Perfect. Hey, and we're in consideration for poor laws. That's wonderful. I'm very pleased. This is going to give us a lot of loyalists, and I'm hoping that Siak is damaging relations. We'll stop damaging relations, Siak. You big goof. You and I are going to be even closer friends than we used to be. Which would mean I'm attacking you. 5 weeks, not bad. I'm a little short on influence. Wonder why that is. Got a lot of line items happening here. I'm going to leave this where it is for the moment. This isn't giving me a huge prestige penalty. Alright, health system's up to 2. And there's education up to 3. That's beautiful. Oh, that's interesting. So the Sumatra Sea node, I guess, represents the entire sea around Sumatra. Not, Oh, I guess there's not really a sea node in here. In the Moluccas, is what I think of that. I might be completely off base, but I think this is called the Moluccas. A scandal in Extremadura. Police have shut down a notorious male brothel. The arrest of a proprietor has revealed that Alexander de Sousa Coutinho is part of his clientele, and this information is leaking to the press. An indescribably loathsome scandal has struck Extremadura. The captured boys are made to confess, and the Guardian reports that another sensation about this affair will soon burst. 22 men implicated, blue bloods and others, have fled from Portugal. Alright, so he's the head of the landowners. I can say he must resign immediately, or try to cover up the story. I'm going to say he'll resign. Give me a new leader of the landowners. What do we got? The government's even more unacceptable, because the new leader is a pacifist. That's definitely a potential way we could go about this, but nobody likes him. Such a shame. Alright. I've actually got extra authority to play with. I should have done a decree in Somaliland. Let's see where we are. We're one thingy away, and then we're going for Beira. So all of this is in the home country, so I'm going to throw those road maintenance decrees back in there. And that's going to just kind of exist for a bit. Somaliland, I don't need huge suppression at this point anymore. Turmoil is much lower than it was before. So I'm hoping we don't end up in a situation. These numbers we're doing rock solid numbers. It can't just be this, right? Like, it can't just be that territory. I don't think it's that territory. We do have some landing progress. We got a second battle kicking off, and this one is success. Wonderful. We are going to have to do some fighting once we've landed, but that shouldn't be that big of an issue. I may have mistimed this, because this truce still has... Oh, it's only 6 weeks. Actually, I might be doing this exactly right. So when we land, we'll have only half the country, and that's going to be important. Got another battle kicking off here, and that's going to lead to the landing happening. And bam. So, is there a front? There is a front. We are on it. How much longer with Shewa? 2 weeks. I'm going to hold off. This is kind of gamey, but here's what we're going to do. I'm going to hold off on attacking for 2 weeks. That's just the end of this week. Here is the end of 1 week. And here is the end of a second week. Ooh, and we're in ascent for poor laws, which is just fine. Alright, now, Shewa. I can reduce your autonomy. Oh, not till tomorrow. Alright, fine. Now, reduce autonomy. Confirm. So that makes them rebellious. And now, let's take a quick look at the diplomacy screen. Everyone else is good to go. Everyone is puppets now, okay? Everyone's a puppet on a string. Especially Shewa. But we grant Shewa Portuguese Amhara. Oh, can't do that until we're in a diplomatic play already. Alright, well that's fine. Now we put this army back on the attack. And that means that we won't have a problem in Shewa, or in Siak, for reducing Shewa's autonomy, because Shewa has already had its autonomy reduced. Now they're rebellious, which I don't love. Oh, interesting. Their prestige is too high. I don't really know what to do about that. I need to increase my prestige, is what I need to do. Alright, so it turns out that these naval bases just became a lot more important. I will still finish this food industry, because that's nearly done. And then I need to build those naval bases, and I need to build them fast. Because I need to get my prestige up. I have 130 prestige. And Shewa has 44. So I need to have a lot more than that. Hopefully taking Siak as a protectorate will help with that, but we'll see. We are also having a little bit of a trouble with our influence. I'm going to stop improving relations with British Raj. That's going to also increase my prestige by just a little bit. But mostly we're going to get it from power projection for these navies. Alright, Siak is our protectorate now. I don't hardly have any influence. I'm going to stop improving with the Ottoman Empire to improve with Siak. And can I improve with Shewa as well? I can. Haha. And there... Okay, whew. I just got above that multiplier. But that actually is a good indicator that I need to be being more conscientious about that. So, in order to manage that, Ejército Portugués is going to need to grow. Actually... Yeah, I think that's how we're going to do this. So, we'll go ahead and recruit a lot more infantry. We'll do no labor available in Alentejo. That's a shock. So we'll put 5 more battalions of infantry in Beira. And then 5 battalions of artillery. And that's also going to give us a nice hefty chunk of power projection. We'll put all of these at the bottom of the queue, so that's going to take a while. But it is going to be effective. Alright. Meanwhile, infamy is pretty rock solid. And more importantly, I have a source of sulfur. In a place where there are people living. Actually, a lot more here. So that is going to be something that will get built. I'm going to go with as soon as the barracks are done, because I need to have a really good source of sulfur in the customs union. And that's going to help a lot. Whew. Alright, now I can relax a little bit and just kind of enjoy what I've got going on. Alright, and their liberty desire is going down massively, which is very important for me. But I need to be careful. I can't grant them too much before I get my own prestige up. Prisons of the poor. Some social reformers among the intelligentsia have spoken out against the proposed poor laws, viewing them as an attempt to make poverty itself a crime. If I may bring your attention to the design of the most ambitious workhouse plans, you may notice a striking similarity to our most modern attempts at constructing ideal prisons. This is because they are prisons, prisons intended to house people who have committed no crime, where our purpose is not justice, but punishment, and the exploitation of the weak for its own ends. The poor are a burden on society, a crime in itself, angry intelligentsia, reduced enactment chance, or there must be ways that, for the new system to respect personal liberty, minus 20% enactment chance. I can afford to have the intelligentsia be a little salty. I'm going to go with the first one, because I want to keep my enactment chance. Stall chance is pretty low, but I don't want to let it get any higher. It's funny, as my No, okay, all right. So we're still not really producing any sulfur from the mine in Togo. So this is still the right call right here. Building up those mines. So who else do I want to go after around here? I got a lot of options. Um, Again, what about Aussa? I would get Siak on their side, which is fine. I just fought Siak. And Perak as well. It's not looking like anyone else would align with them, although I would love to get Siak down to being a dominion before I do that, because Siak... Actually, let's look at their situation. They are defiant, but they're also reliant on us economically, so their liberty desire is going downward. Finances are looking really, really good, building up these naval bases. Prestige is increasing slowly. Naval bases take a long time to hire, so that's actually not shocking. Oh, we have an unacceptable government. Oh no, the government's been unacceptable. I don't want to boot the intelligentsia out of it, but can I do better? I could pull the industrialists in. That would let me get up to some stuff. Can't piss off the landowners too much. But I could get up to some things. So if I did this... Is this wise? That's not many radicals or loyalists. Let's wait. Because it's still going to be an unacceptable government regardless. Mahra has damaged relations, but I don't think that's going to affect things all that much. Miranda Real Portuguese is starting to really get going. And then the Ejército Portuguese is going to be growing as well. Denmark colonized North Cameroon. Okay, fine, sure, you do that. French Empire colonized Timbuktu. All right. They're into the Sahara. Dahome's still part of their shtick. Benin's got defensive pacts with Netherlands and Denmark. No, they still got significant armies. They've still got real armies in there. And the private construction queue is building a good solid amount. And now they're building fishing wharves. That's fine, I suppose. And there's the screw frigate. So that will allow our... Oh. We need to reset production methods. I'm always forgetting to do this. Beautiful. Houses of Faith. The prospect of workhouses, including religious instruction in their work, has allowed the proposal for poor laws to gain favor with the Catholic Church. What is the difference between the man who is pursued by poverty to his own destruction and the ascetic who pursues poverty for the betterment of his soul? The answer surely lies not in the nature of material poverty, but in poverty of the spirit. This is the form of poverty that the workhouses most desperately need to alleviate. Religious practices are key to moral discipline. 10% of animist pops across the country become more radical. 20% enactment chance. Catholic Church happier and stronger. Or moral principles can be instilled without the help of the Catholic Church. 10% enactment chance. I'm going to go with the second one. I think we got rock solid chances, and I don't want to radicalize a bunch of the people living in Portugal who are not living in metropolitan Portugal. All play and no work. General Leopoldo Silveira's personal habits are starting to get into the way of his role as a general. Leopoldo Silveira smiles at the officer, exultantly, avidly. His eyes have obviously seen better days. Carefully recumbent on his leather armchair, his voice comes out as rubbery as the material. This is a stressful job, you know. I need to make it even more stressful. Fire him, or he's too valuable. He gets addiction-affecting work, reduced morale damage. let me see. Fire him. Alright. Army of East Africa needs a new leader. Let's see. Look at this guy who goes with the industrialists. And then the auxiliary division also needs one. This guy has... incredibly, neither of these affect things. Let me see. Vicente Nicolau de Mesquita. He is brave, wrathful, with a psychological affliction and expensive tastes. He aligns with the armed forces and he's a moderate. I'm going to go with him to lead the main army. Let's hope his issues don't affect things. And barracks are getting built. So what does that do to our prestige? Gets us up to 145. That's not bad. That gets us above Japan, actually. We're about to be above the Dutch East Indies, which is excellent. Stop moving up ranks. Stop moving up ranks, Dutch East Indies. Finances are really, really good, but I'm kind of worried this number's a fluke. But it's been holding. It's been holding solidly. So I think we will use. So I think right now, those fertilizer plants will be doing better later once we've built these mines. Oh, Japan got investment right. Oh, what? Britain. Britain, what are you doing holding Kanto province? You can't just slice off bits of Japan like that. What's wrong with you? Britain. You sly dog. Sengu. Are you sure you don't want my help? Oh, well. They don't. When I've got a bigger army, you'll want my help, and you'll pay me piles of money. Piles of money. This cash flow situation does seem rock solid. Prestige is doing a lot better. We're at 150, and we're continuing to increase. Hoping to get above Mexico. Where is Netherlands in here? Netherlands is here. Alright, so we've exceeded the Netherlands. France has guaranteed our independence. Her. The Imperial Circle has a good amount of leverage. They're likely to be at plus 43, which shouldn't be too much of a problem. Being at plus 43, they need to get to plus 200 before they can force us in. So I don't think that's going to be that big of a deal. Alright, barracks are done. Finances are holding solid. And there's poor laws. So that's helped with our radicalization situation somewhat. Got a little bit extra prestige to play with. Or influence to play with. I'm going to go back to improving relations with the British Raj. And let me see. Gotta be careful. I don't know where Shewa is getting its prestige from. So that's why I need to be careful with these territories. But I think I might just get started grabbing these other bits of territory over here. 2.7 infamy to take the rest of Aussa. If Begemder joins in, so much the better, frankly. Alright, we'll just send the Army of East Africa. I don't foresee this being a problem. Come on, Begemder, join in. And I think after that, we'll go after more territory in Southeast Asia. Or in Indonesia, rather. Southeast Asia, other people are going for that. And I also think finances are still alright. Excuse me? What? What happened? What is happening right now? Oh, we're at... Well, why did our prestige fall? Hold on, this is a problem. Why do we have low influence? Because we lost all our rivalries. Alright, so who are our appropriate rivalry targets? I don't want to go with anyone who's really a threat, because I'm still Portugal here. Let's go with Bavaria. Let's go with, let's see, Saxony. Let's go with Peru. Bolivia is an interesting option. I think at this point we can afford to bring government with... Gosh, maybe we can't. Heck. Alright, so what does that do to our prestige? Puts us still at 127. Well, hold on. Let's let a week go by and see what that does. Alright, now we're back at 158. Alright, that should be fine. So, we've got a little bit of cash. Actually, no, I think we do need to do this. We need to go with prestige. Prestige is critical. That actually puts us at position 8. We are almost a potential great power. Threatening to eclipse Spain with our newly established army of 41 battalions and our fleet of almost 20 ships. It's a little shameful when you say it like that, to be completely honest. Still getting short of infrastructure in Alentejo. We'll continue to build railways. Oh, gold in Northern Cape. Awesome. Great Britain colonized Kazembe. I don't think that affects me. But let's build a little bit more construction. Two more levels, I've decided. Now that we've got our sulfur mines nearly built up, that has allowed our fertilizer plants to operate, albeit not as efficiently as I would like. 2 arms. Maybe this is a process, or maybe it's just... Maybe I need to subsidize these fertilizer plants? I'm not sure. Actually, this will probably be solved by me building an explosives factory, which I think I am not actually doing. So, Beira. And there's the conquest of Gondor completed. I'm going to put that here as well. 2 Sicilies, improving relations. Wonderful. I know I'm going to stop subsidizing the coal mines. That should help a little bit. So Netherlands is going after Brunei. Sweden is aligning with them. Belgium is against. The United States sides with Brunei. And now they're not interested in doing anything. Alright, well, that's just fine. You have fun playing by yourselves. So, what do I need to do? Farms to factories, I like to think I'm continuing to take part in the incorporated territory. Urbanized Portugal, we're getting there. I think we just need a little bit slightly higher level urban centers in Alentejo, and then we'll be good to go. Do we have a level 10 urban center anywhere? We do not. So that's going to be a bit of a process. Cash flow is a little bit worse now that we built those extra construction sectors, but I think it's worth it. We can do wooden passenger carriages to increase transport output. For our railways, I think we got to do that. I think that's just the most sensible way to go here. Once again, we have a 4th Portuguese army, which we'll just get rid of. Let it go. We don't need it. It's fine. Alright, and that is the end of another episode. It's been fun, my nerds. I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun. And I'll see y'all on the other side.